It is I, the Latin Kraken, your primo pulpo, the finest manager in pro wrestling today. You have seen me on American Ninja Warrior. You have seen me on Future Stars of Wrestling. And you can see me on social media at Primo Pulpo. You are watching Wrestling with Regret.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Smackdown review here on Wrestling with Regret. My name is Alex, your self-proclaimed Queen of the Ring, and this week's episode of Smackdown, we set up some WrestleMania matches. So how did it all play out? Let's just jump right into it. So we kick off the show with Sasha Banks and Bayley, and they come out to hype up their 5-way WrestleMania match, and they say that Paige is going to fail pitting them against each other because they work so great together. However, Sasha Banks seems to have been thinking otherwise. Maybe she had something else to say about that, but we won't know because Lacey Evans came out to interrupt. So Lacey Evans comes out and she says she's going to break Sasha Banks' jaw with the women's right, and she's going to make Bayley pay some respect. But then Naomi comes out, and Naomi says that she has unfinished business with Bayley, and she is going to snatch Sasha Banks bald. Period. Then Tamina comes out and she says her actions speak louder than words, and she beats up Lacey Evans. She attacks Naomi, goes back to Lacey Evans, and the cowards that are Sasha Banks and Bayley run to Naomi, attack Naomi. They bump into Tamina because they're walking back. The classic, whoa, oh, I didn't see you there. No, we're both kind of heels. Kind of, even though Tamina, we haven't seen you in a very long time, but we're on the same side. I don't know. I'm just going to run away. And that's what Bayley and Sasha Banks do. They run away. And the segment was okay. They seem to be building something up, especially between Sasha Banks and Bayley. And that seems to be the main focal point of this match. And of course, everyone else is just thrown into the match. Now, following that, we have a match between Drew Gulak and Shinsuke Nakamura. And if Drew Gulak wins, then Daniel Bryan goes off to WrestleMania to face Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. Daniel Bryan and Cesaro are at ringside, and Sami Zayn is on commentary, and he is just fantastic on commentary. He has been killing it every single week. This match was really good, but to be fair, this has been a good feud for a few weeks now. I've been pretty invested in this feud, and I've been pretty invested with this potential WrestleMania match. Well, Drew Gulak won the match, so Daniel Bryan is going off to WrestleMania to face Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. Like I said last week, think it should be Drew Gulak facing Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, but I'm still excited for this match. Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan is going to be a fantastic match. This is one WrestleMania match that's had a really good build-up, and this is probably the one match out of the whole SmackDown roster going into WrestleMania that I'm actually excited for. Now, following that, we have a backstage segment with Dolph Ziggler and Otis. Dolph Ziggler seems to be on the phone on FaceTime with someone, maybe with Mandy Rose, so we assume. And Otis comes out, and he is furious, and he is finally ready to take all of his anger out on Dolph Ziggler. And Dolph Ziggler says, you know what? How about I'll give you something better. I will give you the match at WrestleMania, and Mandy Rose will be in my corner. So we're finally getting it. We're finally getting Otis versus Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania. What do we think? And following that, we had a segment with Elias, and Elias was on that podium stand where Triple H first made his announcement about the Performance Center when we first moved SmackDown to the Performance Center, and he was performing a song there, but then Baron Corbin came out and attacked him and then killed him. He threw him over the edge and he fell, which was probably like 8 feet or something. I don't even know, but he fell off of the balcony, and it was kind of like a remake of Lion King, honestly. It was kind of funny. But yeah, Baron Corbin killed Elias. So I guess we're going to get Baron Corbin versus Zombie Elias. That's going to be fun. With the coronavirus too, maybe sponsoring the match? Now, following that, we have a women's match between Alexa Bliss and Asuka. And if Alexa Bliss wins, then the Kabuki Warriors have to defend their tag titles at WrestleMania against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Now, speaking of Nikki Cross, she joined Michael Cole on commentary. And I'm still kind of processing her time on commentary because it was a bit distracting to the match and borderline annoying. I do have a special place in my heart for Nikki Cross, especially when Nikki Cross was Insanity. I want to love Nikki Cross on the main roster, but I don't like this Nikki Cross at all. But the match between Alexa Bliss and Asuka was good for the most part from what I was trying to focus on, because Nikki Cross was, to me, annoying and she was just so distracting on commentary. Maybe some people liked her, maybe she stole the show for some people, but she was pretty annoying for me. But alas, Alexa Bliss hits Asuka with her DDT and Alexa Bliss wins. Therefore, the Kabuki Warriors have to defend their tag titles at WrestleMania. Following that, they replayed the WrestleMania 32 match between Triple H and Roman Reigns. Now, after Michael Cole speaks with Triple H and he asks him his opinion about Roman Reigns versus Goldberg since he has faced both opponents. Weird. So weird, because earlier today it came out that Roman Reigns wasn't going to compete at WrestleMania, but now we're still promoting this match as if he is competing at WrestleMania. Now, Roman Reigns pulled out of WrestleMania because of this whole coronavirus situation, and he has had leukemia. Therefore, his immune system is not very well to be traveling. So he shouldn't be traveling and he shouldn't be having matches at the moment, right? I've said this plenty of times when I go live on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at _QueenofTheRing. But I have said plenty of times that they should postpone WrestleMania. You're putting not only your athletes that are in the ring at risk, but also your production team, your camera crew, hair, makeup, all those people. You're putting them at risk for this current situation that we are facing with the coronavirus. WrestleMania should be postponed and everyone should pull out and everyone should stay home. But that's my opinion. Now, following that, we have a Firefly Funhouse segment, and Bray Wyatt's head lantern is whispering to him, and Bray Wyatt says that you failed him, but he won't, indicating that the old Bray Wyatt that faced John Cena at WrestleMania 30 has failed, but the Fiend will not fail. Bray Wyatt says that he has the perfect recipe to beat John Cena and he has to mix it up. Bray Wyatt puts the Rambling Rabbit in a blender and kills him again and says that he doesn't want to have an ordinary match with John Cena. He wants to have a Firefly Funhouse match with John Cena. So I guess at WrestleMania, we will soon discover what the hell a Firefly Funhouse match is. And last but not least, we have a tag match between the Usos and the New Day to determine who is going to be the #1 contender to go on to WrestleMania to face The Miz and John Morrison for the Smackdown tag titles. This match was good, of course. It's the New Day and the Usos. They have such great chemistry together in the ring. They will forever put on bangers. The Miz and John Morrison joined Michael Cole at commentary, but they're mocking the Usos and the New Day the whole time. At one point after Kofi Kingston does a trust fall, John Morrison and the Miz get on top of the commentary table and mock the Usos and the New Day and do their precious little hey hey ho ho BS chant. It's a dumb chant. It's such a stupid chant. The New Day and the Usos have had enough with John Morrison and The Miz. Therefore, they go back and forth and the match ends in a no contest. However, Michael Cole gets word that although this match ended in a no contest, Miz and Morrison is not going to face just the New Day or just the Usos. they are in fact going to face both. Therefore, the tag match at WrestleMania will be a triple threat ladder match for the SmackDown tag titles. And that's it. That's what happened on this week's episode of Smackdown. So overall, what did we think? If I was going to give this a grade, I would give this episode a C-. I would probably give this a C-. Now on to pros and cons. This week, a pro is definitely going to be the whole storyline with Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, Drew Gulak, and Daniel Bryan. Although I really do wish that it was Drew Gulak going into that WrestleMania match, but I am very much looking forward to that match going into WrestleMania. Another pro would definitely have to be the Firefly Funhouse segment. That was a good segment. A con this week is going to have to be the women's segment. I felt like the women's segment in the beginning was a little bit of a mess, just a tiny bit. And a con would definitely have to be Nikki Cross on commentary. Nikki Cross on commentary, I am absolutely not a fan of. But overall, those are just my thoughts on this week's episode of SmackDown. What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. While you're down there, subscribe to the channel Wrestling with Regret, and while you're down there you can scroll a little bit more and you can find the link to my channel, Queen of the Ring. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at _Queen of the Ring on Instagram, and I'm at a Queen of the Ring on Twitter. As always, guys, my name is Alex, your self-proclaimed Queen of the Ring, and I will see you next week for another SmackDown review. And remember, wash your hands. Bye.